think a widely preconceived notion is the fact that women in tech are less technical than their male counterparts. And it's a theory certainly disproved by the women who are joining me today.
I think typically it's perceived as though the IT industry is a bit more hostile towards women. And I found that, people do not care if you're a woman or a man. It's all good.
The general notion is that women are more timid and they don't necessarily speak up if something is going wrong. So that's like a big one that I've noticed in the industry, where it's, if you want something to be done right, or if someone needs to shout at someone, then it's often given to the male counterparts. But from experience, it turns out a lot of the women are actually more, can actually tell people where to go off rather than men.
I feel like women should be given more opportunities to lead. I think even though they try hard to compete and they are at an equal level, but when it comes to leading a position, I think they are considered second in that case.
If I had to say one word, and I don't know if this is going to be controversial or not, but I want to just say normal. It's just women are now an industry, and that should be viewed as normal.
Powerful and dynamic. So it's not just women can't just do one thing, they can do multiple things. Whereas previously it was okay, admin, or you take notes. I'm terrible at taking notes. So now it's more diverse in terms of what we can do and what we can't do.
I think something that really stuck with me when I went on a particular coaching course was that one should always be impeccable with their word. And essentially what that means is if you say you're going to do something, do it, and naturally do it to the best of your ability. So impeccable word also means to deliver, but not to overpromise and underdeliver.
Best advice I was ever given is the power that you hold is what you give yourself, and nobody else has power over you. So no matter what any man or any other being can say about you or do to you, you hold the power and you form your own direction and you make your own path moving forward.
Sometimes you sort of have this path set out for yourself, but it doesn't necessarily mean that for you to reach your end goal, you necessarily have to follow that path. Sometimes you need somebody who's gone before you, or who's walked that path, and you allow them to hold your hand and walk with you.
The best advice that I've been given is you'll never know everything. There's always going to be someone out there that has some form of information that will be useful to you. So always listen more than you actually do provide people with information. That's something that's really helped me a lot in my career so far.
The advice that I would give young women in the industry is to do what you love, and don't let any misconception about this industry intimidate you. Be yourself. Don't try to fit into any box, because that is not sustainable. You need to be yourself and have that confidence in yourself to succeed.
Don't let those myths impact you. You have always been growing up in the engineering space or whichever career space, and keep that up, and definitely at some point we will wipe out these myths 100%.
For me, something that always stuck with me was an acronym HAD, H-A-D, and that's always when I think about a style of communication, and I think it's quite pertinent to us as women to learn how to be assertive. And when communicating assertively, one needs to consider whether it is honest, appropriate, and direct. And that for me is always a great guideline on how to be assertive. And I think women can certainly benefit from remembering that.
I think it's the first thing that you need to be able to do is grow your confidence. You are most likely to be more impactful when you are coming from a confident, position.
People have paved the way to do things such as the first woman in IT, and we're all following in their footsteps. But you have to be the one to put in the work and do it. And just don't give up on doing that work, because you can do it.
Inspiring.
Talented.
Courageous.
We are very resourceful and go-getters.
Pioneer.
Determined.
They're very hardworking.
Supportive.
Keep determining your own destiny.
Be bold and be the reason that these preconceived notions or prejudices against women are falsified.
Continue being strong as you have been.
Be kind to yourself.
Like, just come at it with kindness, whatever it is.